This is a long time before the ages of dragons and wizards. This is the story of Lotrix, the antimatter sword master. The story takes a place 1,000 years before fairy tale events happen. We see a small family eating, having a good time, as the young boy that's eating has something on his mind, and his father's asking, "What's on your mind? You're thinking really hard. You're a kid, you shouldn't be worried about anything." "Yeah, Dad, I have a dream," as his eye raises up. "What's your dream, my son?" "I want to be the greatest swordsman that ever lived." As that shocks him and his wife. "What you mean by the greatest swordsman alive?" I wanna I wanna break a new mold. I wanna be unprecedented. I just want to be great," says Lotrix, the young man that's talking to his parents. As they both look at each other, since they are high ranking within society, they say, "We look into it, son. So, have you been training to use a sword all this time?" As he slowly nods his head. As they both shocked because they don't know what time that he had to do this because he's always with them. As they ask, "When did you learn how to use the sword?" "Every time I went to sleep, I went outside to practice." As they're like, "Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, son, tomorrow I'm gonna look for a teacher that can train you." As he nods. As we do a time skip. The following morning, as he heads to the kitchen, his dad and mom is sitting there, and his dad asks him questions. "My son, what kind of swords are you into?" As Lotrix responds, "Katanas. I love katanas." "Is that so? Good." As he's looking through paperwork and he sees the name Virgil, the greatest katana user of all the nation as of right now. As the father asks him, "Have you heard about Virgil?" As the boy eyes glows up in excitement. "Yes, he's legendary," he says. "Good. Well, from now on, he will be a teacher." "Are you serious, Dad? Thanks." As he gives his dad a big old hug, as his wife smiles. "Well, y'all two get ready for breakfast. I'm about to be done in a few." As the boy and dad say, "Okay." As we cut, let's say after they eating, right? They his dad takes him to go meet Virgil. As we see Virgil in the mountains, dicing up trees, like absolutely obliterating them with low effort at all. No effort at all. Like he's just destroying them. As the boy is like, "Oh my god, so cool." As his dad laughs. "So, you're the great Virgil that everybody talks about. And who might be speaking?" Says Virgil. The name is Jack," says his father. "So, this is your son, I presume." As the boy nods his head. "Yeah, this is my dad. So I will be training you in the arts of blades." "Good." As Virgil is analyzing the young boy, seeing if he really has what it takes to be a great swordsman. As he says, "Your boy will do just fine. Well, I see you in the next 5 years from now." As his dad has a question mark on his head. "Wait, 5 years? That's quite a long time. I thought it would be like he comes back home type of thing." "Look, if your son wants to be as great as he says he wants to be, well, this training is going to be intense." As he just goes blank because he's like, "What do I tell my wife?" "Hey, here's a note to let your wife know what kind of training we'll be doing." and how long it would take. So it doesn't look like, this is bullcrap. Says, um, Virgil, as we say, they leave, right? As, aka me Lotrix, I'm asking questions, how he can do all this cool stuff, as he's like, shh. The first thing of being a great swordsman is the master of being quiet. And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yes. So, we're gonna do like a 2-year time skip where you see me underneath a waterfall concentrating, focus, meditating and focus, as the raging water is just smacking me in my head right now. As he's like, good, he came a long way. I thought he was gonna give up in the first week. I guess I was sadly mistaken, says Virgil. As he's like, alright, that's enough. You can leave the waterfall now. As I jump and leap from out the waterfall right next to him. Good. I think it's time to get your first blade. As I'm like, are you serious? Really? Yes. Come on with me. As we both head off to a territory called Dead Man's Land. As I'm like, hey, this is where people reportedly die and go missing? Yes. You want to know why people die and go missing? As I look at him with a serious look. Why is that? Well, there are demons in this realm. As I'm like, there's no such thing as demons. As he gets deadly serious. Yes, they are. As I'm like, I gotta gulp a bit. As he says, your job is to go kill a demon and contain it in your sword. And I'm like, are you serious? I can't do that. Well, that's the only way you're gonna get a powerful sword now. Like my Yamato. As I look at his Yamato, I'm like, that sword is so cool. Fine, I do it. Look, if it gets too intense, just blow this whistle and I'll help you, says Virgil. But I'm pretty confident in you. You got this. As that gives me an ego boost. So I'm like, I'm heading out, Virgil. As Sensei Virgil, not bad. As I head off. As I start speed blitzing through the forest at high supersonic speeds, searching for any demon that I come across. And we cut to a cave where we hear a voice. It looks like praise around. I've been so hungry, been waiting for a perfect soul to eat, says the mysterious voice. As we cut back to me as I'm running through the forest, I sense something blitzing towards my way as I do a backflip, nearly dodging the attack. As I'm like, what the hell just attacked me? As I land on top of a tree, as I stare down, as whatever this thing is starts to clap his hands. Great reflexes. You're gonna be a great soul to eat, says the mysterious voice. As I look down, as I see it's a demon, as I get ready for battle. As I have regular katanas at this point. So, what's your name, demon? The name is Kiyoya the Plague, says the demon. Well, you won't be killing no more. As I speed blitz and I start to slice and dice at the demon, but the demon is dodging everything that I'm throwing at it. And I'm just like, how the hell is it so quick? As I do a quick maneuver, as I slash down and slash right back up real quick, as the demon flips out the way of the blade. As I say, whirling twister slash. As I start to spin like a whirlwind towards the demon. As the demon is blocking the swords with his wrist. As it's not even cutting through him, it's like scraping the skin on him. As that shocks me, as I back off. As I'm like, hey, I can't cut him. What the hell is his skin made of? As we see Virgil in the background. As he's like, yeah boy, this is not gonna be easy as you thought it was gonna be, huh? Once you Once you come across a demon that is super hard to cut, what would you do now? Says Virgil, as he's just observing the fight. Well, looks like I'm about to hit you a lot harder then. As I start swinging harder blows towards him, as the blows you can feel the shockwaves from the attacks. Oh, not bad. As the demon speed blitzes and punches me in the gut, sending me flying through 5 trees. As I'm like, ugh, what the hell is this strength? As I stab my sword in the ground to stop myself from flying. Ugh, what the hell? As before I even get up, is a fist right close to my face, but I nearly dodged the fist. I'm in total shock how fast this thing is, right? As I come over and get my pivot back, as I should gain some distance between me and the demon. You know, at this point, I was really holding back. I thought you had more potential. As I'm like, you're bluffing. There's no way you're holding back against me. Are you sure about that? As the demon goes even faster, aka Kyoya, he starts speed blitzing me as I'm getting wrecked. As it's looking really bad for my situation. He already tore out my eye. As I'm holding my bloody eye. As I'm like, is this really the end for me? I can't stop this. I can't go out like this. I have greater things to prove. I want to be the very best, I say to myself, as something within me pushes me to go harder. As something, I don't know, out of nowhere happens to my body, where pure evil is felt throughout the whole forest. So intense that even the demon starts to throw up. As he's like, what the hell is this? As me, I'm passed out at this point. But there's something that's in me. Oh, you lesser demon, thinking you can toy with my body? As he's like, who the hell are you? The name is Antimatter, and you will be thought with, says the voice. As darkness consumes the demon and absorbs him, sending it to my blade. As Virgil is like, what the hell was that? This boy has many secrets that I don't know about. As he picks me up and darts off back to our home. As he puts me on the bed and puts a cold towel on my head to break the fever that I have. As he looks down to the right, as he sees the sword starts to glow purple, and then it becomes a purple katana. As this shocks him, because the magic energy that's coming off that blade is absolutely insane. As it might even rival Yamato itself. As he's like, I'm gonna wait till the boy wakes up to see if he knows anything about this. As we cut a few hours, as I wake up out of a super bad dream, I'm like, what the hell? What happened? Calm down, kid. You was attacked by a demon, but you survived. As I went to go touch my face, and I'm like, wait, what happened to my eye? I can't see out of one of my eyes. Relax, says Virgil. I tore your eye out, as I have an eye patch covering it. Well, I had to have a really serious conversation with you. As I looked to him, I'm like, what is it? Can you explain what happened? As he's like, explain what? I passed out. I don't know what happened after that. I might have to talk to your parents. This is very dangerous. You have something that's within you that's extremely powerful and deadly. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can observe it has black matter. That's all I know. I don't know exactly what entity it is, but you have some serious power behind you. Low tricks. So I'm like, yeah. as I said, I have to get some rest. It's still all a blur to me. As the katana flies over to me, as I catch it really quick, because I wasn't expecting a flying katana, right? As I'm like, what the hell? As the katana sheaths itself and lays right next to me. As I'm like, I'm looking at Virgil, like, what is going on here? He's like, it's magic. It's a magic based sword. It has its own will of its own for some reason. Like, magic. As I pass out. Because I don't know about magic. So, I think I'm gonna end it off here, guys. So let me know what you think about the what if. Should I do part two? You know what? I'm doing part two. It's gonna be much interesting in part two because this is gonna take part two is gonna take place in Fairy Tail. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Other than that, it's been your boy Nabi Rubber Bands.